What's going on, people? It's the OCD podcast, Off-Color Discussions. I am your host, Joe B. Sitting across from me, ugly as ever, is Mex, Billy C.
What up?
Our guest tonight is John Bouley out of Cooper's Hill Public House in Peterborough, New Hampshire. He is the sous chef there. We're going to talk about his specials, the menu, some whiskey, some beer, and just everything else that goes on in the life.
Can you get a steak?
We have steak tips, actually, which are pretty good. And then on our brunch menu, we do a steak and eggs, which is a pretty decent flat iron steak.
I'm sold.
Wait, you guys do brunch?
That's my kind of breakfast.
Yeah, on Saturday and Sunday, we open at 10 a.m. We do brunch all day. Saturdays, we're open from 10 a.m. to 1 in the morning.
Jesus Christ.
So, and the kitchen's open all day.
Nice. What time does your kitchen close?
When the restaurant closes.
Really?
Yeah, we are the only place in Peterborough that is open late.
You're pretty much the only piece in that side of the world that's open late.
Yeah, no one's open till 1 o'clock and serving food.
So needless to say, you stay pretty busy pretty late.
We're generally just pretty busy.
How long have they been open?
We've been open approximately 3 months. We opened right before St. Patrick's Day. I think it was the 7th of March. 7th of March? It's March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, of course. Can't remember sometimes.
How do you forget?
Short-term memory loss is a thing.
It's called
It is a thing.
Yeah.
Running rampant.
hot smoke.
Yeah. But, yeah, we opened right before St. Patrick's Day, and St. Patrick's Day was pretty much our grand opening, and we were at capacity all night. You know, small town and a new place that's an Irish pub and whiskey bar that's open on St. Patrick's Day. We kind of drew a crowd.
How many whiskeys you got?
Right now, we are over 150. I think the final count right now is 154.
That sounds like there's plans for more.
Well, we are hoping to get allocated a pretty rare whiskey this September when the bottles get distributed from the distillery, which is the Pappy Van Winkle, which I know we won't get. This one, their 23-year-old whiskey, which is their oldest and the most expensive, which is about $3,000 a bottle. And you usually get on about 2-year waiting list to buy it as a consumer, not as a purveyor.
Right.
So, I mean, the allocations are pretty rare in general. A couple of places around that have like an 8-year and a 12, which are some of their younger ones, but they're still really on the pricey side.
Yeah, I'd say so. $3,000 a bottle.
Yeah.
How much is a shot?
Which was my follow-up question.
For that one, I wouldn't know. I've never even seen one of those. The oldest one, I saw an 8-year-old, and that was about $26 for a double
one
pour.
shot?
It was a double
That's a
pour,
double,
2
right?
ounces.
You better sip that slow.
Well, that's not the kind of thing that you're going to mix in a cocktail or anything like that.
No, God,
So,
no. But
Now, when work's done, how many of these have you sampled out of these 154?
Well, I'm a whiskey drinker. And before I started there was a few that I had tried because we have a lot of bourbons, and that's usually kind of my go-to. So there was a good, 25 that I didn't have to worry about. But I think at this point, I've probably tried about 60 of them. And it's really crazy because they really do all taste different.
All the ones you've tried, completely different. Nothing that...
Each distillery has their own distinct recipe. The barrels they age in and everything like that. I mean, there are some strict rules, and some of it you have. I know bourbon, for example, it's my favorite, so I know more about that. Has to be aged in American New Oak barrels that are charred, and the level of char is distinct to each distillery. The recipe of the mash and everything that goes into it's all distinct, and that's what makes them all different.
Any favorites?
My personal favorite, usually I go for a Knob Creek, which is a Jim Beam product, but Knob Creek was the recipe of Booker Noe, who was the most prolific of the Jim Beam distillers and master distillers.
All right. I'm learning something right now about whiskey. This is actually really interesting to me.
I want to try whiskey, but I'm afraid. I mean, I drink the Jack Daniels, the fire one, or the Jim Beam fire one. I can do the cinnamon shot one. I don't think I could do regular Jack anymore. Jim Beam, I don't think I ever had. I'm Jameson on occasions.
Yeah, Jameson's a nice
See, I don't mind a little bit of Jameson. That's what I was talking about earlier about, a real aged whiskey, something that's crafted, not just mass produced. I know theirs are crafted as well, but you can buy it at any liquor store. I'm talking about the special ones. Those are the ones I would like to try.
Well, I recently actually tried the Jameson Cooper's Crows, which is one of their more small labels, which was actually really neat. It was really strong, actually. It was about 120 proof, but it had a nice, bright green apple flavor and almost, citrus in there.
Yeah.
You know, and it really depends on how you age it and everything like that. And it's crazy because there's so many. I mean, some of the books we have at our bar, there's one book that has notes and tasting notes and descriptions of over 4,600 different whiskeys.
Wow.
So there's a lot out there.
Now, do they do craft beers too, or just the whiskeys?
That's pretty much all we sell for beer, actually.
Is straight craft beer?
We do carry Bud and Bud Light, and I think we have Coors Light, but we've found that it's actually not selling at our bar. People do tend to lean towards our craft beer selection, especially our drafts, because we have a Brooklyn Lager on our draft for our lager beer, and people go to that much more than the Budweiser after they try it and everything like that, because it's just a tasty, real beer.
Nice. You guys are getting Able in?
We're trying to. We did call them. I believe someone's supposed to come out and talk to us. It's just a matter of time. He talked to Heather briefly and left information, and I think it's in the works.
Good, I hope it works out.
We definitely called them and talked to them and told them we were excited about it and everything like that, because one other place in town has brought in one or two of their stuff every once in a great while, but never regularly. And I think it would be neat to be like the only place in town that carries them regularly, because I just kind of want to stick it in all those hippies' faces.
I would just drink it.
That too.
I'm regularly at Able.
If I was closer, I'd probably be there regularly.
It's a pretty chill place to go. Grab a beer. Thanks to Joe. I had no idea they were even in there.
You're welcome. I think I told him about them.
Thank you.
No?
No.
No, I know I tried them years ago, and I think I remember mentioning them to you.
No, I got them from the gym. Going to the gym across the street, CrossFit Ironed.
Yeah, because nothing says post-workout like a couple heavy beers.
Carbs, man. You got to get the carbs back in.
Right.
You know, help your energy. They help you recover.
There's actually proteins in beer, too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that, but...
I mean, they say chocolate milk is the best, but
no,
I'd rather have a beer. Chocolate milk after a workout.
Oh,
It's good for recovery.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be disgusting. All hot and nasty and sweaty. Here, go chug some chocolate milk.
Yeah, I mean, but you don't chug a beer either, though.
No.
You just...
I don't even think drinking chocolate milk at like a normal speed would make me feel good.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
I don't drink milk.
Well, that's because you're lactose.
Yeah.
Do you get the nut milk?
I do coconut almond blend, actually. It's a really good one.
I'm not familiar with it.
It's Califia Farms. It's soy
I know what
free.
you're talking about.
It's actually really good. They actually do some cold pressed coffee drinks that are really tasty.
I'm pretty sure mine comes from Hannaford's.
Yeah.
Whatever Hannaford's.
Wherever they get it from.
Yeah.
So what exactly is a sous chef?
Sous chef is... Well, sous in French means second. It's second chef. It'd be basically the second in command in modern...
So you're a number 2.
Yeah, thanks. The assistant kitchen manager, in a sense. Basically, I handle all the main daily operations while my boss does all the paperwork, which I kind of enjoy that because paperwork's not my thing right now.
Paperwork can get boring.
Yeah, I don't like paperwork. I like moving.
Yeah, paperwork sucks.
Fence builder.
I don't have to do any of that. I did get a paper cut today, though. I mean,
if I get cut, I usually get stitches.
Handling a piece of paper. This is why I'm not allowed to push papers.
Yeah, I don't think I could work in a kitchen. It gets hot.
It does. I sweat a lot.
I bet.
It's how I maintain my girlish figure, pretty much.
I did a summer in a kitchen. It was not for me.
No, it takes a certain kind of person to really stick with it. But I kind of knew from a long time that I was going to do it. So sous chef is the next step. Logically, It's slowly working my way up, and eventually end up hopefully with my own place, kind of thing. So
I worked at Sabaros. That was kitchen enough.
And
D'Angelo's.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's my kitchen experience.
Yeah.
That's a bit different.
With my complexion, I would have ended up a dishwasher.
That's true. That is true.
That's one thing I've never actually been.
Never been a dishwasher?
No, I started out as a cook.
So you never really started from the bottom?
Nope.
Now you fucking here.
I mean, I did technically start cooking at McDonald's. That was my first legal job. Yeah. For 15 and a half to 16, I worked at McDonald's. I remember Matt picked me up in his CRX that one time, and I had to sit on soup subwoofers in the back seat.
Those were just.
Yeah, no, I think what it was about the kitchen was it was just too chaotic, and it was like they got their own language back there.
We really do.
They have their own language, and a lot of it you can't repeat in front of most people outside the kitchen.
No.
So
well, I joke around and tell people that the most common phrase in a kitchen is "hot behind."
Yeah,
and it's not catcalling or talking anything dirty, and people are like they just hear hot behind and they giggle. It's like, no, I just have something very hot and I'm behind you and I don't want you to back up and get burnt.
Yeah, but that's pretty much like when somebody says duty.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta go do some duty. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
But the funny thing is, in the kitchen, you really do have all that kind of crass, dirty joke humor. It's a lot of dick and fart jokes, and hot behind gets giggled at.
Yeah, wow.
If you ask someone to give you some nuts, they'll, go, oh, I'll give you some nuts.
Yeah.
I don't trust you if you're not laughing at those jokes.
Yeah, but it's
yeah, but at a workplace you gotta.
Yeah, it's one of the few places.
But I'm pretty sure there's not getting offended in a kitchen from what I've seen.
Well, to tell the truth, my pastry chef is a young girl, and she's probably the worst out of everybody.
Can we just clarify young? Like we're talking.
She's 25.
Okay, so I mean,
for kids.
We're not. I know. Young girl just comes across not okay.
Younger woman. How about that?
There you go.
Sorry.
So what kind of things are you guys working on over there?
Right now, I mean, we're really nailing down and getting our menu consistent because we haven't been open that long. We trimmed it down a bit, refined it for the summer, and threw on some more summer fare. Nice hearty salads and stuff like that. Kind of cooler, but still filling.
What seems to be the most popular thing you're
right, really?
Out there?
We sell a lot of burgers, to tell the truth, but it's America.
Of course.
But our claim to fame is all our burgers are grass-fed, no hormones, all organic, raised in Vermont. I could get you the list of the farm names. I don't have it with me right now.
No, that's fine.
Pretty much all of our food is organic and
farm to table.
Yeah, we get a lot of it locally. Comes from Vermont. That's where our main purveyor is, which is Black River Produce. It's pretty cool. The guy said he'd take me to the slaughterhouse.
That sounds interesting.
What was that pig you were telling me about while you were talking?
The Birko hog, which is a Spanish hog.
Sounds delicious.
It was really. I heard about the ham. In culinary school, the ham made from the leg of it, and it's used a full leg to make the ham. It's very traditional how they do it, and I waited so long to try it, and when I got the offer through our purveyor, I was like, hell yeah, I'm coming. I will drive into the middle of Vermont just to eat this pig. But it's the closest thing to a wild pig that you can get that's domesticated. And the thing is in the fall when they're close to harvest, as maturity as they put it, because they wait until the pig is at a certain weight and they don't force feed it to get it to that weight. And the last 3 months of their life before they go to slaughter, they go to these fields, which are hectares, which is 10,000 acres. And the guy described that their main farm was 50 hectares. So you have to figure 10 times 50, that's 500,000 acres, maybe more. But that's the size of a state.
Right. It's a lot of that's a lot of free roaming.
Yeah, and there's just acorn and oak groves, and the pigs just get fat eating the acorns, and you can taste it in the fat. It's amazing. And we got some ribs I'm running this weekend too. Yeah, as a special.
Why do we got to do this? So every single time it comes back to food, and I get super hungry.
You invited a chef.
I know, but
you invited a chef to come talk on your podcast.
We also had a comedian, and we both ended up leaving almost for food. So he did, I didn't, but. And then last time,
call it food. It was Denny's.
It was Denny's. It wasn't food. Really food.
It's drunken food.
It was 2 a.m. pancakes, but
yeah, basically. But
But
even when we were with Dan last time, we were talking about food again.
I know we got going on my love for burritos and.
Oh, who doesn't love burritos? Tacos.
Exactly.
Everybody's like, well, if you could give up anything for one kind of food, what would you pick? I mean, I always say tacos because I'm like, well, a taco can have anything in it. You didn't ask for specifics.
Yeah. Taco is just a small, unfolded burrito.
It's a means of conveyance to put food in my face.
Yeah. I want to try, every place that has, every little small burrito place all the time. Tried a place down in North Carolina called Dank burritos.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. They do, the new age, fusion style burritos, but like they had like a pulled pork burrito and buffalo chicken feta cheese burrito, and like they had a whole ton of them. They had a fish one. I don't dare to try fish.
No.
But it was pretty good.
Seafood's good.
I think it was like a halibut.
Yeah,
that's why
you want a white fish for like a white taco.
No, I know, but like
you're not gonna use it.
Halibut's good because generally it's only line caught and usually really fresh.
And it's expensive.
It is pricey because of that.
Yeah.
So, I think I got the buffalo chicken and like feta one. It was really good. It was big.
So white.
I struggled. It's good for me because I have a burrito place right down the street from my work, so I eat them all the time.
They're putting a Mexican place in the old Wendy's.
Over by the courthouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one yet.
It's really good. It's gotten better since they've gotten going, but that place is slammed all the time. Like, you got to get in, like, right at the right time. There's about a 15-minute window in the afternoon where there's nobody, but people from Fidelity, they drive all the way down there to get it on their lunch break. BAE
That's a long
people.
ride.
Yeah. You'd be surprised.
I have, like, Monday and Thursday off, so I could just go at like 3. It won't be.
There's probably not a line then.
I could always get a burrito.
I usually squeeze in at like I don't know, 1:15 or so, and there's nobody in there. But they just got a liquor license too, like a month or two ago, and go in there, see people on their lunch break from the state offices that are right there, or the town offices that are there, drinking margaritas and having a burrito, some tacos. But yeah.
There's a Mexican place going in where the old Wendy's was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Mijalisco's.
Oh.
There's one in Milford, I guess.
And in Peterborough, actually.
Oh, there is one in Peterborough?
I know one of the guys who's actually been working down here because he comes into my bar after his bar closes in Peterborough.
Nice. Apparently they've got really good food. It's like my boss's favorite place to go.
I go to the one in Milford a lot. It's kind of the closest kind of good Mexican place to me. Right. I go there a lot, and it's actually really decent. So
I've been there once, and it was definitely comparable to like Tapatio. It was a little bit better, but I think the portion size were a little bit more.
Cousins, man.
I know. They're probably all family.
They really are. Actually,
are they really?
Yeah, them and the people who own La Carreta, they're all like, they're all like kind of related.
Yeah, see, going to La Carreta always is like going to Shorty's for me, but like Mijalisco's El Tap, like that, it feels like somebody grandmama's in the back cooking you up dinner. It comes out slightly messy, but
that place that we went to for Justin's birthday, that place was good.
The place in Nashua.
Yeah,
I forget what it was called.
El Cucamonga.
Something.
Oh, was the one on Pearl Street?
Yeah.
I actually like that one a lot. Actually, that used to be in the place where that California burrito.
I think you just ordered the wrong.
No. It wasn't the food that I had a problem with. It was the service.
All right. Well, so I don't judge place off a shitty night. I'm going for the food. I said the food was good.
Right.
Yeah, I pay for food. I won't tip.
I should have gotten something
service.
different because the food was coming out so slow, and he came to me last. I picked something quick, but.
You're always going to get your food last.
Right.
By the way, if you pick something quick.
Really?
Yeah, we drop them at the end of the ticket. Sorry.
If you pick something quick?
Oh, yeah. Because
I'm getting a slow cooked something next time.
You base your back to working in a kitchen. I mean, when you get a ticket in with the food order on it, you base that ticket time off the longest thing it takes.
Right.
So if you have something that takes, say, 4 minutes and you have something that takes 12 minutes, you're not going to drop the thing that takes 4 minutes until you're almost ready to put the stuff that takes 12 minutes on the plate.
Right.
So it's really going to be the last thing that gets put on the plate. So say if they're a big party and they have to go back and get plates, your food's always going to come out last.
Good to know. I would have never thought of it that way. I just ordered something because I thought it'd be easy and they bring it out first.
Yeah, not really. Not in big parties.
Good
when it comes to big parties, especially because big parties throw off, all our timing in the kitchen, especially if you're 10 people or better. It really makes it harder in the kitchen.
It
was about 10. About 10 people.
Yeah, especially in the middle of dinner rush. It makes things really difficult.
It was like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was.
The back room was empty. What happened...
I don't know when you went, what day it was, everything like that.
It was a Friday.
So.
Yeah, it was a Friday night.
But it wasn't overly crowded.
No,
I think what the issue was from talking...
Sorry.
The issue was from talking to the waiter is that he said a lot of people they treated their servers shitty, so a lot of people were like, "All right, fuck you, I'm out," and left. So this kid who was new was trying to service basically a room.
Yeah,
and then he had people come out with the food to help him out. They fucking dropped shit, almost landed on a girl.
Yeah, that lady.
They were walking behind me with like fajitas. I'm all ducking down like. this is going to be my back.
That's more a bad management aspect in a sense, because that's usually where your problems kind of stem down from, I guess, in a sense.
I was okay with the food. I mean, you were right. The food was good, but it took away from me when I go. Like, I don't know, just when I go to a restaurant, if service just isn't good. Like, I like to tip when I go out to eat. Like, there's no problem with that. I want good service though. So, but I didn't know all that happened. Like, people walked out and all that. I didn't know that happened, but yeah.
See, I like good service too, but that's why I go to nice restaurants now.
Yeah, I didn't pick it.
I'm really picky about where I go out to eat these days.
That's the stuff I used for my chicken when I smoked it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I smoked it probably 3 hours with just the rub, and then took it out, wrapped it in aluminum foil, just dunked basically the whole bottle of that line and cool shit, wrapped it in, threw it back in there, and then took it out, lapped some sauce on it, threw back in.
Yeah.
Is that the shandy?
Banging. Yeah. That stuff's gross.
Yeah, I can't do shandies.
Some of them aren't bad. I like the Jack Traveler better than this one, but it was free, so I'm not going to complain.
Well, you know what it is? It's simply because of heartburn. Like, for
There's
some
a lot of
reason,
citrus in it.
Yeah, it is. And
I like citrus. I drink a lot of lemonade and lime. I put lime in soda water at work instead of drinking soda.
Gross.
I usually just get soda water for the bubbles because it's just like, instead of just drinking water.
Just drink water.
I do. I go back and forth. I have bottled water in my walk-in, and then every once in a while I get soda water with a twist of lime. It's just something a little different.
Yeah, you try drinking a ton of water all day.
I do. I drink coffee, water, kombucha. That's pretty much what I drink all day.
Yeah, mine's usually
I work in a bar.
Usually Gatorade or a gallon of water.
That's because you're outside sweating, building fences. So.
Yeah, I mean, I work at a bar, and it's like you get water, soda, or alcohol, and they don't let me drink alcohol on the clock. So
you guys, you have live music there?
Yeah, we do. Tuesday nights we have two dudes come in and play acoustic tunes, kind of covers, stuff like that. A little bit older classic rock guys. Thursday nights we have a guy booked all summer who comes in and does a little bit more newer school, but still acoustic. We try to keep that acoustic thing. We don't really have space for a live band, and we just kind of want to keep that mellow vibe because we're a pub after all. We want people to just come in and feel casual. Relax. So we really want that home Irish pub feel.
Yeah, lift that mic up. Bring it right up to you.
Sorry.
Suck that microphone.
It moves.
Suck it. It doesn't.
Don't be afraid of it.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid of it.
It keeps jumping out at me.
It
wanting to spit in my face.
Watch out for cameras. They spit. But yeah, no, we really kind of went for that.
How big is it?
I think inside we have seats for 79. Our capacity is 87. By fire code.
That's not big at all.
And then with our patio, we added about 20 more seats. So we're right about 100.
Nice.
But it's it's pretty open, casual. We don't seat. You walk in and someone just goes, "Hey, grab a seat where you like. We'll follow you over with menus."
You have one long table, right?
We do. We have a communal table in there. It seats about 12.
Yeah. So that table, a girl at my work that works in customer service, her boyfriend is the one that made that table.
Oh yeah. So you probably know Paulie and everything like that.
Sure, I
guy
guess
who worked on our place.
Yeah, I don't know.
The owner helped with the table and everything like that. So that's cool.
Talking to her before, and she's like, I was telling her that you were coming on. And she's like, "Oh, I fucking love that place."
That's good.
My boyfriend made the table. Really? All right.
Yeah, no. About all the furniture is made from reclaimed wood.
Yeah,
and everything like that.
That's awesome.
The floor is actually some of the wood that was originally it's an old movie theater building. And the wooden floor is actually the old stage that was in the old theater.
That's cool.
So it's pretty neat, and it's got the actual established date of the original theater on the entryway to the dining room.
I mean, you pretty much answered my next question with the acoustic guitars and the wooden floors. Like, I was gonna kind of ask what's the feel of the place, but you got that nice casual feel.
That warm. We want a real Irish pub feel.
Nice.
Like that's really the owners went on their honeymoon to Sligo, Ireland, which that's where they went to a bed and breakfast, which was Cooper's Hill. It was a bed and breakfast called Cooper's Hill, and a Cooper is a guy who makes barrels. Actually, and it was near.
So it's not actually a family name they're stealing and slapping on their pub.
That's where the origin of the name as a family name comes from.
Right,
is from the job, just like the name Smith and Thatcher and everything like that. It came from what you did for a profession. And that place where the hill was originally a place that made barrels for a distillery. funny enough. And it was a small farm.
You gotta stop sucking dick.
Sorry, it's the cigarettes.
Even worse.
Is the problem. Yeah, I know. I know. It's hard to quit in my business. It's the only break you get.
It's the only fresh air you're allowed to have.
That's not true. I'm pretty sure even if you don't smoke, you could still go, hey, I'm going to go smoke and not.
Yeah. Well,
Well, you're already halfway there. I mean, you got to live the lie at that point.
I did hear that you were kind of a dick when you were quitting smoking, so.
I was a huge dick.
So.
Huge dick.
And I mean, you know my temper. Do you want to see me quit smoking and be a huge dick?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's...
In the long haul, it's probably better for you, but...
Yeah, no, I did just buy, like, an e-cigarette to try the other night. I haven't used it yet.
A robo-dick?
Yeah, pretty much. C-3PO dick.
There you go.
Nice.
But, douche flute or just the
just like blue? A regular like a blue one but
okay.
A different brand. So
yeah,
not like Angelo has.
Yeah, you're not gonna be fucking blowing out vape clouds. Although some of the tricks that they can do is pretty impressive, but at the same time you look like a douche.
You do look like a douche.
If you ever feel bad about yourself, just remember there's guys who do that in competition.
Nice.
Yeah, but they win money though.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
true.
what the fuck is that?
It's like the guys who play Call
of Duty. You can win money
money
sucking on a douche flute?
Yeah.
For your tricks, dude.
They do competitions.
With the vape?
The competitions.
Yeah.
The competitions they do.
This is a real thing?
Yeah, look it up on YouTube. You're always on YouTube.
I am always on YouTube.
How do you not know about this?
I'm asking myself the same question. I'm questioning what's going on with my YouTube searches here because I am not getting anything close.
Well, you probably don't search vape.
Yeah, search vape. There you go.
Yeah.
So what's funny though is they complain that millennials don't want to do labor or the trades or manual labor. Why would you want to do that when you can suck on a robot dick, blow out a puff of smoke, and make more money than you would lifting something?
Right.
Yeah, true.
10 grand prize. You pay the taxes. You made like a third of a year's salary for the.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Depends on how expensive your life is.
Well,
I mean, if you're living in your parents' basement, yeah.
I mean, that goes along with those kids. Like, I first learned about this whole thing years and years ago when they started the Call of Duty competitions.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
the electronic gaming leagues?
Oh, yeah.
There's a few of them.
The kids that made their money.
While.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe the money that they made. Like, and this was 10 years ago they were just starting up doing this. And these kids jumped on it at 17, 18 years old, you know. When YouTube was first exploding, making all that money.
They show that shit on ESPN now.
I know.
Or maybe the Ocho. I don't know.
It's not on ESPN. It's on like ESPN 12 or something. But they do. It's because I think Disney actually owns a small stock in the MLG circuit.
Serious?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Dude, Disney owns a small stock in everything. Do. Everything.
Fuckers.
Just like Walmart, evil empires.
Yeah, well, you know what? One day Disney will rule the world. That's how it's going to happen. I've been saying this for years.
Dude, Euro Disney was trash.
Euro Disney was a huge failure.
True.
And I heard it was still open. I
think Disney Asia failed too.
That one closed, but I'm pretty sure the one in Paris or the one outside of Paris is Euro Disney is still open, which I don't understand how that is.
So, what's up, man? So this is the setup. No, me neither. Fuck that shit.
That's pretty neat.
Actually, that's not true. I've been to,
Florida?
Yeah, but no, I went to a part of Disney. We were supposed to get fucking tickets, right? This guy I got you these tickets. Motherfucker never showed up. So we did like...
Took off of my money.
So, I didn't pay for shit. Friends did or something. But,
cash on deliveries.
yeah. But, so we did like the boardwalk or whatever. We can just do this little small strip. Oh, this
downtown Disney.
Yeah, people were throwing beads out. Fucking, it was right near Mardi Gras. So, the girls at the top. Fucking,
nice.
Show me your boobs.
But that's changed a lot in the last like year or two. Every time I go down there,
everything's family now, even Vegas.
Well, no, actually, downtown Disney's gotten a little bit more adult. They're making more of a spot for young kids. Not young kids. I shouldn't say young kids.
Young adults.
Young adults. 21 to 28 bracket.
I have some friends from high school who moved down to Florida, and she goes to Disney like all the fucking time.
Why?
Well,
because it's fun and it's close. She lives like 20 minutes from it, and she's like, and it's like they got like a cheap pass.
As a Florida resident, I think you get like 15% off.
Yeah.
Tickets,
and it's
really,
if you buy
it's
like 20 minutes from her house.
Yeah,
Like she doesn't like she could take a taxi.
You can spend like $1,200 and get like a season pass to one park. You can get like a hopper pass for like 15. I mean, Sox season tickets cost probably 20 times more than that for a season pass at Disney. So and with a discount.
Well, that's because you could pass down Sox tickets. Disney season passes are just for that season.
Yeah, you can't even pass off tickets for Disney to someone else.
Fancy ass holograms and microchips.
Red Sox are in first place.
Yeah,
really?
no, I saw that.
Wow.
They lost this.
Did they lose?
Yeah, they
so
lost
they're
last night.
So they're still 4.5 up on Yankees.
They are, but they ended their streak. So
whatever, dude. Who fuck cares?
Wow.
They're gonna hit the All-Star break and they're gonna fall apart just like they do every fucking time. Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares. You know why nobody cares? And this is
because it's the same thing all the time.
Because it's a 4-hour fucking game. It takes 4 hours to get through one regular season game. Who has got that much time?
And there's like 100 and something of it. 160?
180.
Yeah.
180, I think.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who can do that?
I mean, we show soccer at my work, so.
Olé!
Well,
I would much rather watch that in the off season. In all honesty.
Well, we had like the Champions League finals, which was pretty cool. The Confederates Cup, which was in Russia, which is like the prelude to the World Cup because the World Cup's next year. Confederates Cup is like the minor league before the World Cup.
World Cup's some shit. I love watching that shit.
We're pretty excited about the World Cup. We're thinking we're going to draw a good crowd. We picked up a lot of people who were actually like UK transplants. Apparently,
really?
There's a ton of them around.
Region, like from Milford to Peterborough, there's a lot of people who are from the UK. Apparently,
weird.
I know a guy who lives in Wilton's from Scotland, and he's like a Navy SEAL or some shit.
I can back that up. I work when we work out in the more countryside areas. When you go out to Greenville, when you go out to Wilton, just beyond Milford. There's a bunch of them in Milford too, but we've noticed that too. That there are a lot of people from the UK,
Great Britain,
Europe in general, but mostly the UK, and
that's why
they love that countryside.
That's why the butcher, the Happy Butcher I go to in Milford, that's why he does English and Irish bangers, because he's got such a crowd of people from the UK who come to him for food.
Nice. I heard that guy's got good meat, and I mean that in
he does
the most wonderful way.
It was funny the last time I talked to him, the whole conversation was about selling sausage. If you were listening from the outside, you'd probably think I was a gay pimp.
Giggity.
He's like, well, how much sausage do you sell? And I was like, 40, 50 pounds. That's a good amount of sausage a week.
That is a good amount of sausage.
That's a lot of fucking
sausage. So back to the soccer, like, I would much rather watch that than any baseball game. I mean, I know they call it Premier League, they call it football, all that stuff.
Well, no, when you have different leagues, there really is. There's Spanish leagues. There's leagues in Great Britain. There's leagues in like Central Europe with Russia and Italy and everything like that. All the countries have their own leagues, and then they come together for like the Champions Leagues and the World Cup leagues and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love baseball. I used to watch it all the time, but I'd say in the last 2 to 3 years, I just can't sit through long ass games. No, they just take too freaking long.
I mean, soccer games can get long too, because the game time runs 90 minutes, and then you can have up to an hour afterwards.
The problem with the game soccer is that it still can end 0-0, which is bullshit.
True.
Yeah,
it is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah. The Champions League's games cannot end in a tie. I know that.
Yeah.
But that's where it's all the leagues put together. All the leagues send their best. And that's the Champions Leagues. It's like you have to be a champion to get invited for next year's Champions League in your own league kind of thing.
Right.
Which is pretty cool because that's, it's tying in all the global stuff. And then that goes into World Cup and the country teams and everything like that. I've realized it's really intricate, and I never knew that. I've never watched so much soccer in my life.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Jesse, you haven't met him yet, though. He was explaining he's big into it. I started talking. I'm like, I play FIFA. But I haven't. I don't watch any live sports. I don't have cable, but
no, same here.
Well, I mean, I love hockey's probably the best out of the 4 major sports in my opinion. 2 hours, 30 minutes every game. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a regular season game, a playoff game, a finals game. Yeah. 2 hours, 35 minutes. Max.
Yeah, because they always go to sudden death. I mean, I played hockey. That was the sport I played. So.
It's an amazing sport to watch too, and it's like even football is getting kind of boring to watch because every 45 seconds they're taking a commercial break, and game takes almost 4 hours.
Well, also the problem is with that too is that they so commercialized.
It's a corporation. But it's not really even a sport.
They
have half the time.
They have so many games now that nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
You have Thursday, Sunday night. They're bullshit games.
Nobody likes Thursday night football.
Even the Monday is like meh.
Yeah, when we were kids, it was just Sunday, and then Monday came out in like the 80s, and that was like the beginning of it. Was it was two football games a week.
Thursday night football has been dropped down so low on people's priority list that they occasionally watch it through their phone on Twitter. Like
that's how I watched. That's how I watched the Houston Patriots game.
That's their highest ranking. Like, I bet you anything that's the most viewership that they get out of all the ways that they broadcast Thursday night football. I would probably put money on that. They get more people watching it at any one point on Twitter than they do on their cable networks.
I mean, plus, it's like at one point, they're just going for ratings.
Yeah.
It's like, we're just going to put another game on TV.
But they're not, though, because they're shit games.
Yeah.
They're never like...
Well, it's all advertising revenue and everything.
Right, but it's never like two good teams where you're like, fuck, man, this could mean something for their season. It's two shit games that nobody fucking cares about, and then towards the end of the year... It's all the people that they're not going to make it to the playoffs anyway, so who the fuck cares?
Right.
And then they start rolling out these Rush uniforms to go with the cartoon because that's what looks good as a dude in like straight orange fucking puke shit.
No, it does not. For colorblind people, it looks really, really bad, and they found that out after the first year that they did it.
The Buffalo
Buffalo Jets game.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I had my eyes crossed trying to watch this game. But what it is fantasy football killed football. Like, that's why they had Thursday night football. They could squeeze one more game that people were going to watch their stats in fantasy football. They squeeze it in on Thursday, and then nobody cares. Would you watch Kansas City, Cincinnati on a normal Sunday?
No, but I wouldn't need to even play in fantasy. I don't need to watch the game.
I
just look at my
just
phone
watch
and check the stats.
You just do the apps.
Yeah,
but I'm talking in the beginning
with you guys, and I never watched football.
What's that?
I played fantasy with you guys, and I never watched football.
Yeah, I stopped playing, but yeah, I mean, you don't even really have to watch anymore. You just watch your points on the app. You don't even have to see it.
We should play this year.
I was just never.
Who should?
We should.
I was just never.
We should.
Player.
Oh yeah. We'll fucking
make a little rivalry.
Figure some shit out.
One-on-one, winner take all.
Mono fantasy football.
There you go. Well, I don't know mono, but we'll figure some shit out. We'll get a podcast fantasy football going.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Get going. You still painting?
Yeah. Not as much as I just don't have a lot of free time, so I'm generally at the work 50 to 60 hours a week, so when I get home I'm usually pretty tired. I try to, though, definitely. Just a nice little hobby.
You just Jackson Pollock that shit?
Pretty much. It's just what works for me. I've never taken lessons or anything like that, and I just kind of think it's fun, to tell the truth. I did this one recently.
Sure, just fucking something to release your brain from everything else.
Don't have to think or anything like that, really. I know the most recent one I did, I was thinking of like heart monitors and sound waves. With like the lines and the way it came out. It looks really cool, and I was thinking about putting like little stick figures dancing all over it, just because it reminded me of like sound waves. But
yeah, if you want to take that one, you can paint over it and then bring it back.
The Rodriguez on it makes me want to put Bender from Futurama right in front of it.
Why is that his name?
That's his last name.
Rodriguez?
Yeah, it's Bender Bending Rodriguez.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever knew that. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just didn't think I ever knew that.
I like. I'm sad they took it off Netflix because it's one of my favorite. Like,
they did?
Yeah, it comes off like in 2 days.
What's on Hulu now?
I don't know. I know Netflix took it off. But they comes off like the end of this weekend or something like that.
That whole shit pisses me off. I stopped watching Arrow, The Flash, everything.
They just got a couple new seasons of those, but I haven't watched them.
Yeah, but it's on Netflix. On Hulu, I could watch it fucking that day. Recently, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like the day after it aired, they took it off. Now it's on Netflix, and I have to wait. So now it's like I don't have all this time to binge watch all this shit. I binge watch Daredevil. And like the Marvel shit because they're good. This is some CW shit. I don't need to fucking binge watch it. Just give me the fucking episode when they air while I'm making dinner, so I don't really have to pay attention until you know it sounds, it gets exciting, and then you're like, fuck.
Yeah, true.
I might have missed something, but now it's just I don't fucking care. Now it's just gonna get so played out. Fucking.
I just use someone else's Netflix, so I don't have to pay for it, so I don't really complain.
Apparently, that's the thing to do is you use other people's Netflix. What in the fuck is that? Did you seriously just bring a Budweiser in here?
Well, yeah.
Kind of want to hit you in the face.
It was in there. Right, so, it looked lonely.
So, like we do at the end of every episode, we try a new beer.
Yep.
This week we have.
Let me get
Lord Hobo Brewing Company.
Lord Hobo Brewing Company out of Woburn, Mass. This particular one is their...
Take a picture of that can.
Yeah.
Is their standard IPA, apparently.
What's it called? Steal This Can?
It's called Steal This Can.
Dude, what would you do, or what do you think they would do if you went into like the beer store, grabbed like a 6-pack of that, and started walking out? What are you doing? It says Steal the Can. I'm just following instructions, right? Like it's.
What was it? It was like that band that put out an album that said "Steal this album," and then like Strawberries got pissed because it was getting robbed for this album. It's like, well, it said "Steal it."
Yeah, man, but just doing what we're told, man. You're talking to the masses.
So I'll have to look up the specifications on this. I think it's about a 6 point, and
it's on the can.
Not all the cans have it.
It has to.
Does it?
Generally by law.
It's good head. It's a nice golden color.
Everybody likes good head.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, but it's so hard. But it's so hard to come by.
All right. So you want a big heady IPA? You can pour mine if you want.
It is 6.5 alcohol by volume.
The trick is to turn the glass.
It's an American IPA. It's got 6.4.
American IPA.
Yeah. Apparently, the American IPAs, the hops from America, are more citrusy, from what I was told. Really? I went into a place called the Beer Store to get this in Nashua on Amherst Street. I think it's like 423 Amherst Street or something like that. But they have got a...
It's right by the head.
Oh, my God. They have so many beers from everywhere. Some guy I was in there doing this. They happen to be here, this Lord Hobo Brewing Company. And I, looking for a beer to try. So I started tasting these, and somebody came running out of the back talking to his wife about how he was excited about this imported German beer from Guinness that I guess you can't get. This is like the first time it's come in the U.S.
Which one?
We might have to try that one next. I didn't get it. It had a blue label on it or a purple label, something like that.
I don't know, dude. They have like 6 labels now, and they're releasing them all in America. So
this is one of the only places. The beer store is one of the only places that you can get that.
Well, I know that. Well, they're trying to play to the American microbrew palette because it's become the biggest thing in beer business.
Yeah, you can Budweiser.
It's killing major breweries. They just everybody wants
good beer. Budweiser's fucking. They have the beer garden. They're doing craft beer now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they own Longhammer, which was an IPA for a while, and a couple of smaller labels.
Because nobody wants their shit because they got in trouble for watering down their beer.
Well, it's that terrible. Also once they
it's not terrible. It's just something.
I don't like their beer. I really just. I don't. Not a lot of their beer products I've tried have I enjoyed.
Bud Ice.
Oh God.
Oh God. Might as well drink a Natty Ice.
Oh jeez.
Ever since that Belgian company bought them up about about 5 or 6 years ago, they've definitely been expanding what they're putting out there. But a lot of beers that they put out, most people don't really know that it's Anheuser-Busch putting them out.
No.
Like there's a lot of newer beers that are being put out by them.
Well, I didn't know that the Longhammer IPA was a Budweiser product for the longest time. I had no idea.
Can I see this can?
Yeah.
Let me see this can.
So this was the middle of the road one. Like I said, when I went in there, I was looking for something because I personally have been on an IPA kick lately.
You and the rest of America.
I know, and that's what the guy said. The first thing I said, I was like, I want something, but I want a real IPA. I don't want like one of these like fruity, watered down, not really IPAs. Like the ones that they're catering to everybody.
Yeah, this isn't bad. I know there's a couple of the like more modern ones I've tried that were all right.
Right.
Still not my thing.
Right.
The most recent one I had was a Stony Creek Island IPA, which is out of Connecticut.
Yes.
That one was really good, and the rep I was talking to was really cute too.
Oh,
so
bonus.
Always a bonus. It was funny. I traded her a sandwich for a beer.
That's amazing.
We were at a food show, so.
But I really liked this one. I thought it was probably being someone who's just now getting into trying a bunch of different new beers. I figured this was kind of the middle of the road. It was strong enough to be a nice IPA.
It's bright.
It is
crisp.
It is crisp. It doesn't linger too long. on the back of the tongue, which is my major problem with double IPAs.
Yeah,
like the other one we tried just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
They linger a little too long at the back. You get that alcohol-y, like, nah. But this one was pretty good.
Hercules? That's a double.
Yes.
That one's really good too, though.
The other one that caught my eye was Titan IPAs. I want to see who makes it.
Don't know that.
I don't know. I caught it out of the corner of my eye as I was running out, and I quickly read it. That might be the next one that I buy.
See, my brother got me into porters. Ever since I tried the Kilgore from Abel, I've just been wanting to try porters left and right.
I'm
even drinking Guinness more just because I can't get that porter flavor that I want, so I just go for
porter?
Guinness.
I can't. Guinness isn't a porter. It's a stout.
No, it's not. It's a stout, but it's just a nice, smooth, dark drinker. I've just ever since having the Kilgore, I've just wanted the darker beers.
I really liked the Kilgore. I hadn't had it yet. It was the only one that I was kind of afraid of because I don't really do porters or stouts.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to try them. I will give anything a shot, but it's in the winter time. The fall time is when I enjoy drinking the darker, heavier beers. Yeah. Like
that makes sense.
But again, during the summer, I don't like drinking those overly
heavy
fruity.
Beers. Yeah.
They're so refreshing. They're like a
shandy.
Yeah.
Hey, it's free.
Hey, I'm not.
I just personally can't do it. I know a lot of people like them.
All day. Nope, I think my usual, as I was telling you earlier, my usual go-to lately is the Tuckerman's Headwalt Alt, which is their...
Try that one.
That's one of the few I haven't tried.
An alt ale is in between a red and a brown.
Right.
That's just a great drinker, especially...
I'm going to try that. What is it?
The Headwalt Alt from Tuckerman's. If you go anywhere and they have a Tuckerman's on draft, it's generally the Headwalt Alt. That's their main kind of beer that they usually put out on draft. They do some other stuff too, but that's their main kind of flagship.
Yeah.
What are you doing Saturday?
What do you mean?
Yeah, come to the restaurant.
What are you doing Saturday?
I'll get you guys to start trying some whiskeys.
Ooh.
No, I'm not drinking whiskey. I'm driving fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I have a designated driver.
You could have
she owes me a few.
You could have like a half ounce.
Dude, she's picked you up twice.
This doesn't count as picking up. I'm talking about weddings, restaurants. Like when we go out, she gets to drink.
I mean, Merrimack to Peterborough is about a 45-minute drive, just because you have to go over Temple Mountain.
It's an experience, and the fact that you said grass-fed. As soon as my wife hears that, she's gonna be like, "We're going there." I want to try everything.
Mainly organic.
No different than going to Tuckaway Tavern.
That's the shit right there.
The only
no offense, but
we don't make our bread in house, but our bread is made locally at a local, artisan baker in Keene called the Bread Shed.
Called the what?
The Bread Shed.
Shed.
It's all handmade artisan bread, made from scratch, real ingredients, no preservatives. Our big thing was we didn't want to put anything on our menu that had corn syrup in it. That was the main concern of the owners. Yeah.
Casual and no corn syrup. It sounds like my kind of place. I'm just saying. And they got soccer on TV.
Yeah, well, the kind of people we've noticed is that everybody who works there is all kind of in the frame of mind is that some of the GMOs and stuff like that is pretty much what's kind of killing us. So, and noticing when you go organic, you kind of notice that. I've noticed just because since I started working here, I've gotten access to better grocery stores, in all honesty. I found a grocery store right by the restaurant that's all organic and kind of hippie. It's a little bit pricier, but I think it's worth it. For me, I mean, I'm a single guy. I don't have kids like you people. Well, Whole Foods is, an hour away from me. This is 20 minutes.
Yeah, but now Amazon bought them, so you can order your food to go.
I don't order
soon a drone will deliver it right after you order it.
See, this whole thing is new to me because I'm kind of like an anti-technology guy. I'm usually
fair enough.
The most technological advanced piece of equipment in my kitchen at home is my coffee grinder in the fridge. I even got rid of the microwave that was in there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I kind of made a decision that I wanted to cut microwave food out of my life.
I didn't use it for food. I use it to defrost.
Yeah. No, well, see, I usually, it's just me again.
There's a thing called room temperature.
Right.
I just pull things out and stick them in the fridge before I go to work, and by the time I get home, it's defrosted. So.
Yeah, well, when I'm trying to get fucking 8 million kids ready in the morning and then pull something out and it's still frozen, and then, it's
easier for me.
Just easy to
Well, let's get to the root of this problem. Why do you have 8 million kids? I mean, you should have kept it in your pants.
He has 2, but the girl counts as like 5 sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, he knows he's got 2, so.
Yeah, yours are both girls.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, but only one's really a terrorist.
No, they're both They both have their
all
moments.
The hormones kick in, though.
They both have their moments. Trust me. There's very little peace in my house.
No, thank you. I want a dog.
Yeah, no,
I'm
thank
okay
you.
With dogs. I'm okay with dogs.
Yeah,
I want to get a dog.
I'm not ready for a dog yet.
Well, I know you lost one, and that's sad. I'm sorry. You need some grieving time before you can move on.
Regardless of that, we're getting one anyways. But
yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, eventually.
Oh, all right.
Soon.
All right. Well, I didn't know if you had. Lined up right
me
now.
Eventually. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to take on that responsibility. I got to take care of 2 kids. Honest to God, if I can keep them both out of the emergency room and alive for one more day, that's a win.
Yeah. Keep the dog out of there too.
Yeah. So.
All right, folks. Let's wrap this up.
All right.
We've had our beer.
We've had our beer.
Cheers.
It was delicious. I don't know if you'll try it again. You didn't look like you were too impressed.
No, actually, it really was good. I was going to fill up my glass again when we get out of here.
You should try. They have a smaller one. They only sell it in a 12-ounce can, but you can buy it at the beer store individually. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's just their straight Lord of the Hobo. Sessions is what it's called.
Oh, and everybody's doing a session now. It's a trendy thing, too.
Yeah, it's a 4.4, 4.5.
Yeah, sessions, they're just like, it's like a short brew.
Yeah.
Instead of like a longer brew or longer aging period kind of thing.
It's an easy drink. It's definitely not over alcohol, but it's got a nice hoppy taste to it. You get that more sophisticated taste that you want out of an IPA.
The summer sessions is how they come out. It's that kind of easy wheat, light crisp beers.
Like a weedy beer.
No, it's not weedy, but it's along that line. It's just easier to drink.
The lighter, shorter brew.
It's one of those ones where you could sit at a barbecue outside with, some of these IPAs are just a little too heavy to be sitting in the sun with, or
even like
two. They go warm quick.
You drink 2 pints and you're gonna feel floored sometimes.
Yeah. Well, some of them actually, in my opinion, if you get the right ones, they actually taste better as they warm up. The closer they get to room temperature, they actually they're easier to drink. They're a little bit smoother to drink, and I'm not talking about pounding it. I'm just talking about sipping it casually. As it gets warmer, it tastes different as you go through it. But that's for another day.
It's very German.
Okay. It is German.
Yeah. Nazi.
All right, folks. John, thanks for doing this.
Oh, thank you.
It's been awesome. Fun. It's been a good time. Fucking banged out an hour real quick. And
this has actually probably been our most productive.
Best one so far.
Yeah, it really has. We even got the intro out this time.
There you go.
The hello.
Twice.
Hell yeah. All right, folks. We're out of here.
All right.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
All right, folks, that's the podcast, at least episode 1 I can call a true one. The other ones were exercises to get us to where we're going. This is still an exercise. I know the audio was a little off on this one. We're going to correct it, come back strong. Next week, we have Troy Rathke from, I probably just butchered that last name, from CrossFit Earned and the Vision Quest Project. It's going to get deep. I think it's going to get deep real quick, real fast. So, thanks for tuning in and get ready for more, man. It's just starting out.